How's it going, ladies and Bruces? I'm Bobby Sixkilla, welcome back. The Two Corpse Factory. You'll remember at the end of the last episode, we were just about to follow Shinya up into the executive offices so that we can accidentally see him get sexually assaulted by that lady. At least that's who I assume it is. What was her name? I've forgotten her name. You know the one I mean. The one who was gonna ruin his career or whatever. Her. Well, let's see what happens. I do want to help them both, to be honest. The sun dips behind the office towers in the distance while my eyes are closed. When I finally finish counting, I open my eyes to a dark and empty office. With a deep breath, I walk in the traces of Shinya's footsteps toward the elevator. I've never been to this level of the building before. What reason would I have to visit the executive offices? When execs have business with junior staff, they descend from their lofty perch to grace us with their presence on the 14th floor.
I'm surprised you came to see me again.
A woman's voice from nearby catches my attention. It's a hushed yet aggressive tone, like the whisper of a venomous serpent.
Are you finally going to let me have my way?
I creep out of the elevator, hoping against hope that the ding of the elevator's arrival wasn't noticed by the owner of the unidentified voice.
Stop it!
That wasn't Shinya's voice. That was Shinya's voice, sorry. I creep around the corner and catch a glimpse of two bodies at a nearby desk.
Come on.
I knew
now.
it was her.
I'm tired of playing games with you. You want to please me, don't you? I'm your superior, after all. How can you expect to get ahead in this company without sucking up to your superiors?
Katomi Ida. The executive of Shinya's career in her hands. The very same woman who blamed Shinya for the mishap with hiring Aoi. So that whole situation was more in depth than I originally thought. It was never about Aoi. It was about holding power over Shinya.
Miss Ida, please, I just came here to...
Oh, sure, I don't want to hear it. Take your shirt off.
I
swallow hard. I knew that Shinya was in trouble, but I didn't expect things to escalate this quickly. I didn't have time to think rationally. I stride forward rather loudly and purposefully bump into a desk, sending a potted plant tumbling to the carpeted floor with a dull thwump. That's a great noise, a great sound, a great word. Thwump. Katomi's neck pivots at full speed as she turns to face me, her eyes narrow into hateful slits as she withdraws from Shinya. Within seconds, Katomi has abandoned Shinya and drawn close to me.
Kurosawa, what in hell's name do you think you're doing here? This level is for executives only. I should have you thrown out of here by security.
Fujikawa isn't an executive either, Miss Ida. And he looks quite at home here.
Shinya stands in the background, shyly tidying his shirt. Katomi's eyes somehow narrow even further, to the point where I'm certain she can't possibly see anything.
Fujikawa's business here is none of your concern, Kurosawa. Leave. Now, or I'll have you forcefully removed.
I fold my arms over my chest and dig my heels into the ground. I'm not one for confrontation. I'm not one to hold my ground against a powerful adversary. And yet this vivid image of Tomoe has bloomed in my mind. Tomoe, so strong-willed, and head over heels in love with Shinya. Tomoe, who would do anything to protect the guy that she adores. In Tomoe's absence, it falls to me to protect Shinya.
Fuck off, you filthy skank.
Sounds like something Tomoe would say, yeah. I can't believe the foul words that tumble out of my mouth. Apparently Katomi can't believe it either, because her eyes finally widen and her jaw drops. She looks like a stupid fucking idiot. Somehow Tomoe's indomitable spirit seems to have inhabited my body. My words echo her own. That, or I've just managed to find a temporary burst of courage.
What did you say to me?
You heard me loud and clear. Back off from Shinya. If I catch word that you're harassing him, I'll have you in a legal headlock quicker than you can blink.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Trust me, I know enough to bury a dirty slut like you.
Katomi grits her teeth and a vein protrudes from her forehead. Without another word, she simply pushes past me. Her shoulder slams into mine, but by some minor miracle I manage to hold my ground. I hear her footsteps fade away as she leaves the floor. I exhale sharply and a wave of dizziness suddenly washes over me.
Noriko, that was amazing!
That was Noriko's best time ever so far. I nod and sway a little, then take another deep breath and rebalance myself.
Happy to be of assistance.
I can tell Shinya doesn't know what to do next. He looks like he wants to hug me, but given the gravity of the recent situation, we both silently decide that that's not the best idea. Instead, he settles for patting my shoulder with his hand.
Thank you, Noriko. Thank you so much. I don't know where you get your courage. Perhaps I could stand to learn a thing or two from you.
I think we learned it from Tomoe.
Don't sweat it.
I'm going to go home for now. I hope that's okay.
This horror music in the background's a little bit disconcerting still.
Of course. Go get some rest.
It's really intense, and it's getting more intense the longer we stand here. Shinya smiles for the first time in a while, and he releases his hand from my shoulder. After he's gone, I collapse into a nearby chair and listen to the frenzied sound of blood pounding through my veins. That was awesome. Steam and suds fill my vision as a pleasant torrent of hot water sprays across my body. The tiles on the shower wall are polished to a pearly sheen, so much so that I can see my own hulking and beautiful ugly reflection in them. The shadow in the reflection has dark, matted hair in her eyes. I don't know if she can see me like I can see her. I wipe my hair from my eyes and stare into space, trying to shake the abstract thoughts from my mind. It isn't until my phone springs to life from the bathroom countertop that my thoughts return to the present. I startle at the noise. I peer through the shower's glass door, but it's impossible to make out the name flashing on this phone screen, thanks to the steam that has fogged up the glass. Aoi is the only person who regularly calls me, so it could be her ringing. Or it could be a spam caller trying to sell me something I don't really need. But I might just cave in and buy it anyway, because it's a nice feeling to have someone... have the feeling that someone thought to call me. Well, that's sad. I open the shower door and tiptoe out, my wet and dripping body causing pools of water to form on the bathroom floor. A deft hand snatches up my phone and I clutch it to my chest as I retreat back into the shower. The water never stopped running, and it greets me with a welcome warmth as I bask in it once more. My phone is a fairly new model, so it's conveniently waterproof. I take advantage of this feature on occasion. New phones are waterproof? Man, this piece of shit isn't waterproof at all. It's nice to be able to submerge myself in water and browse the web to truly escape my own thoughts. Heavy, to be able to browse the web in the shower. My true dream. Heavy droplets smack against the phone and dribble down, but my eyes ignore them as they scan the screen. Like, you get a drop of water on a touch screen and it immediately goes mental. Starts like selecting everything, moving shit around. The incoming call is a voice chat request from noise user Koji Koji. Kojito's calling me? I answer the call.
Noriko?
Hey.
Hi. Good time?
Sure.
Man.
Probably hear the shower.
Wanted to tell you something. I saw a post on... This call has static.
Sorry, it's just the shower running.
Oh, in the shower?
Yeah?
Huh. Okay.
Don't you dare do anything while I'm in the shower. He's gonna whip it out at the other end. You can't tell. He's on the phone. It's not a video call.
Well... Sorry. Awkward now.
Really, it's fine. What did you want to tell me?
Okay. Saw a new post on Noise Chan today. Posted this afternoon. Might interest you.
The message board Noise Chan is often affectionately referred to as Noise Chan by certain frequent users. Noise Channel. I'm not really surprised that Kojito was the type to call it that.
What was the post about?
Well, someone wrote this. I quote, "Hey, so today I got a strange score photo from a number I don't have in my contacts." Continuing, "Not sure what the deal is. It was gross though. Wondering if any hackers can trace the number or something?" End quote. Thoughts?
A strange gore photo from a number I don't have in my contacts?
Sounds like Corpse Girl has struck again.
Right? Thought the same thing.
I wonder who wrote the post. Kojito mentioned the post was written today, and the original poster wrote that they received the photo today. That means it can only be one of two people. Either of my two latest victims. The carbon copy businessman or the attractive semi-famous singer/idol/actor/whatever woman.
So, who wrote this post anyway?
Don't know. Anonymous.
Of course, it was a stupid question. No one would attach their name to such a strange post.
Was hoping you could tell me.
How would I know?
Well, you're Corpse Girl, right?
This again? Kojito just doesn't let it slide. Why does he suspect me now? What did I do this time?
It's okay. We can discuss later. Oh yeah, the original post has a reply.
It does?
I'll read it too. Quote, you got this too? Was the gore photo a picture of yourself? I'm worried. Received a similar pic from the same number. Continuing, thinking about contacting the police. Not sure if I'm overreacting. End quote.
So the first post received a reply. Interesting. Very interesting. Both posters talk about receiving a photo. That can only mean that one of them is the boring businessman and one of them is the semi-famous woman. However, the fact that they've taken the discussion online instead of just slitting their own throats is rather troubling. Were the photos not convincing enough to make them kill themselves? Or not enticing enough to summon another entity to snuff out their souls? Was this attempt just a repeat of the failure I had with the twin woman?
Anyway, enjoy your shower. Let's talk tomorrow. Corpse Girl.
Before I can interject, Curator ends the call. Shit, he once again assumes my true identity. He's assuming correctly, but that's beside the point. Plus, he made it very fucking obvious in front of him, multiple times. Well, maybe it doesn't matter too much. Maybe this will actually save me some time and effort. If he already knows I'm Corpse Girl, it should be easy to strike a deal with him in exchange for access to a fresh supply of cadavers. That is if I decide to walk that path and take this game to the next level. Thinking it through, I may very well have to go ahead and do that. My last 3 victims have not ended their lives as I planned. My success rate is very, very low. That's a depressing fact, and one that the old Nautico would probably have thrown a tantrum over, but not me. Not new and improved Nautico. I turn off the running water and step out of the shower. A shiver scuttles down my spine like a spider as the cold, damp air clings to my naked form. Throwing my phone onto the bathroom counter, I reach for a towel and wrap it around my corpulent, emaciated body. The thick flap on my skeletal arms jiggles as I dry myself off. And I'm satisfied that my fleshy and cadaverous body is completely dry. I grab a second towel and wrap it around my hair. Wow, way to make it sound lovely. Cadaverous. Skeletal jiggly arms. A cursory glance in the mirror as I leave the bathroom reveals my gaunt face and prominent cheekbones. I get the feeling that even though I've been gaining weight, I'm thinning out more and more. Although my body isn't perfect, I'm still in love with my eyes. I wouldn't change a thing about them. While my frame simultaneously grows plumper and slimmer, I hope my eyes will always stay the same. I flick off the bathroom light as I exit. Entering my bedroom, I sit down at the bed with a towel around my body and another one around my hair. My laptop is lying open on the sheets, so I pull it toward me. A few clever keywords in a search engine quickly leads me to the post on Noise Channel that Curator just informed me about. Sure enough, he was telling the truth. The original poster submitted this just today, and the follow-up reply was submitted shortly after. I skimmed through the text to see if there were any clues about either poster's identity. However, nothing really stands out. I'll retain my assumptions that my last 2 victims created these posts. I spend a little time applying various moisturizing creams to my skin before getting dressed in my bedwear. I'm feeling pretty relaxed by the time I finish. Perhaps I'll spend the rest of the evening reading a book in bed. Or I could try to plan out my next move with Curator. Should I come forward, claim my identity, and claim access to his morgue? It's a big step. This seems to be the time for me to make a bold move. I can't keep working on requests that are doomed to fail. I need to start succeeding. For me. For Corpse Girl. I pull my laptop to me once more and begin to brainstorm my plans. Coffee. Thank you, loading screen. June 9th, Tuesday evening. He should be here by now. I was pretty clear about meeting at 5:30 PM. It's already 5:45 and he isn't even in sight. I thought for sure that he wouldn't miss a chance to meet up with me again. I can't contain my nerves. I try to tell myself that I'm only angry because of trepidation, and I'm not actually angry at him. This is a big moment for me. I've never once revealed my identity to anyone. I assume he'll take it in stride. I wouldn't be going through with this if I didn't firmly believe that.
Hi.
My neck jerks in reaction to the voice.
There you are.
I'm late?
I make a point of checking the time on my phone and nod.
Sauce. Traffic?
Why is that a question? Was there traffic? You fucking tell me, dude.
You drove here?
No.
Oh my god. You sure you want to tell this guy he's an idiot?
Okay.
What did you want to discuss?
I have a request for you. And a confession.
Kojito's eyes widen and he looks me up and down.
Knew it.
I blink and look down at the ground. He's gone for some time. I was fooling myself thinking that my stupid attempts to erase suspicion of my identity were working on him.
You're going to confess your love. Been waiting for this moment.
Wait, no, that's not...
Shh. No more words. I accept your heart.
Kojiro, I don't...
Call me Koji now. We're one. No need to be shy.
This isn't getting me anywhere. Thanks to my frustration and nervousness, I simply blurt out my true confession.
I'm Corpse Girl.
Kojito doesn't react. Well, he cocks his head a few degrees to the side, slowly and surely. If you could even call that a reaction to my sudden outburst.
Yes? Okay. So, a kiss to commemorate our love?
Did you even hear what I just said?
Of course.
I'm Corpse Girl. I'm the one behind the corpse photos and the deaths and...
It feels kind of strange to say these things out loud. For some reason, it leaves a sour and bitter taste in my mouth that I can't swallow.
Yes, I know. Knew it since our first noise chat.
Our first noise chat?
Remember? You messaged me late at night. Asked me if I knew about Corpse Girl.
Is that what tipped you off? You assumed I was her just because I mentioned her?
No.
Then... how? How did you figure it out?
You asked me to look up names. Names of Corpse Girl's victims.
Oh yeah, I did, huh? That was stupid of me. I suppose that gave it away.
No. Other people could have known those names.
How?
Then... come on, throw me a bone here. How'd you find out?
You said you requested Eiichi Hanada's death.
Eiichi Hanada, the guy who died in the traffic accident. He requested Aichi's death, didn't he? Kojito requested Aichi's death. I remember that I lied to Kojito about being the one to request his death. It was the only way I could escape his suspicions at the time. If I remember correctly, it threw him off my trail for a while. He believed I was the one to request the death, so that explained how I knew he was one of Corpse Girl's victims. But if what Kojito was telling me now is true, then my lie actually had the opposite effect. How did it make him figure out my identity?
I don't understand. I confessed to requesting Eiichi Hanada's death. So what?
That was a lie.
Even so, I still don't understand. You're not making any sense.
Kojito's shoulders drop. He stares at me intently.
You lied about requesting Eiichi Hanada's death.
Yeah, because you did.
That lie proved to me that you were Corpse Girl.
Yes, but how? Tell me!
I was the one who requested Eiichi Hanada's death.
Obviously. Kojito's deadpan countenance makes his claim believable beyond all doubt. I feel the blood drain from my face.
I submitted his photo to Corpse Girl's website. Imagine my surprise when you claimed that you did it. That lie made it clear. You knew his name. You knew he died. You knew he was Corpse Girl's victim. Ergo, you are Corpse Girl.
Despite my dazed state, I can't fault his logic. I took credit for something Kojito did, and of course that would paint me as a liar in his eyes.
So, you've known this whole time,
Yes.
and yet, you still met up with me. And not just today, but at the cafe too.
Yes.
Aren't you scared of me?
No, that's not the way I'd put it. You should be scared of me. After all, I requested the death. Had motive for murder, even if I didn't carry it out personally. Imagine what else I'm capable of.
I subconsciously take a step back from Kojito's suddenly looming form.
From our discussions, I know you don't kill your victims. You just nudge them, urge them, tempt them with death as an escape from their fear. You're no murderer. What reason have I to fear you?
He's right. He's absolutely right. He knows everything about Corpse Girl's methods. My methods. Kojito's a dangerous enemy, or a powerful ally, and it's up to me to decide whether he's with me or against me. I recall our conversation at the cafe. He claimed he would support Corpse Girl if she came to him for assistance. He's a fan. I mean, we've got no choice now. We have to trust him because we're fucked otherwise. He would support her obediently, no questions asked, as long as the price was right. So all I have to do is make him an offer he can't refuse. I thought we didn't have any money.
Join me. Help me. Help Corpse Girl rid this fucking world of the fetid filth that infests it.
I decided to quote a certain passage from a book that Curator himself gave me. A paragraph from Strange Flower that has stuck with me for some time.
There's a certain beauty in death. A macabre certainty. An absolute state of finality.
Nobel Sinclair.
You understand what I'm talking about. You work with cadavers for a living. The dead can't hurt you. They can't betray you. They can't disobey, or object, or disapprove. Wouldn't it be better if we were all beautiful like that?
Perhaps. Didn't expect Corpse Girl to be so vain. Is your motivation simply to impart your own ideas of beauty to the world?
No,
There's more to it.
of course. Me, myself, Noriko, may be vain. But Corpse Girl isn't burdened by such petty notions. Her ambition is pure. Her ambition is crucial to the survival of the entire human race.
Thought I had a big ego. You're so self-important. Both you and Corpse Girl.
I don't expect you to understand. Not yet. But I've realized that I can't do everything alone. I need your help. I need cadavers.
I see. What's in it for me?
This is the critical point of our negotiation. It could all fall apart here if I don't offer something that Curator considers worth the risk. The question is, what does he want? What does he desire?
I propose an equal partnership. You'll reap half of the benefits from Corpse Girl's work.
This offer is a gamble, and I know that in the back of my mind. However, it's the only feasible solution I could come up with when I planned out this encounter late last night. This tactic relies completely on my assumed understanding of Curator's innermost desires. If I'm wrong about him, then this whole thing will blow up in my face.
Corpse Girl will create more death than you could ever imagine. Think of all the fresh corpses you could get your eager little hands on.
Curator shakes his head, his lips pursed in a thin line of disapproval.
Sorry. Already got my fill of corpses. Morgue's full enough as it is.
I narrow my eyes and stand my ground. I can't back down now. I'm so close to unraveling him and his secrets.
You've always wanted to mimic Nobel Sinclair. I can see it in your face, in your very soul, whenever you praise his work. You want to emulate his actions and experience his escapades firsthand. You want to dress up corpses, take them out to dinner, perform all manner of bizarre social experiments with the dead. It's your passion. But living vicariously through Nobel Sinclair's books isn't enough for you anymore. And that's where your fascination with me, with Corpse Girl, stems from. As soon as you figured me out, you knew I was your gateway to satisfying your lust for the macabre. You work with cadavers all day, every day. But you can't get them out of the morgue with eyes on you at all times. But I can. I have the perfect plan on how to withdraw all the corpses we could ever need. Half of them for you, and half of them for me. An equal partnership.
I end my speech and let Curator bask in my words. I hope I was convincing enough to sway him, and I pray that I'm correct about his sickest desires. His reaction isn't exactly what I was expecting. He laughs, a big, hearty guffaw that scares a few nearby birds and sends them flying to safety. Clapping his hands together slowly, he inches closer to me until I can feel his breath across my face.
Figured me out? I'll play along. Say there's a way to get corpses out of the morgue without getting busted. Don't you think I'd have found it by now?
Perhaps you're not as clever as you think you are.
Perhaps, but you have the answer?
I do. I guarantee it will work.
A bead of sweat forms on the back of my neck. I'm not exactly bluffing, because I have planned this whole scenario in detail. But until I actually try to pull off such a maneuver, I can only speculate that it'll work. I need to exaggerate my confidence long enough for us to rally together.
Something about you makes you seem trustworthy.
Is it all the murdering? I wonder if that is it.
So be it. Consider us partners. For now.
You accept?
Sure. Don't make me regret it. But listen, What I do with my share of corpses is my business. No nosing about. Got it?
You still want to keep secrets, even if we'll be working together? Shouldn't we be open and honest and build a trusting partnership?
Here's the deal. You don't pry, and I'll assist you with Corpse Girl's work. I'll help you craft your elaborate photos. No charge. I get privacy, you get an assistant. Mutually beneficial. Wouldn't you agree?
I bet he's a sick fuck, even compared to her. But sure, I'll think about his offer. It's true that I don't really need to know what he's going to do with the corpses on offer. The whole thing is illegal already, so if he wants to take it further, that's not on me. And if he can get some assistance, it'll surely help me churn out photos at a faster rate. I need muscle to move bodies for starters. That alone is worth keeping my nose clean.
Okay, we have a deal.
Glad to hear it.
Cogito extends a hand and I grip it as firmly as my frail bones will allow. We shake once and Cogito offers me a surprisingly warm smile. His intense, murderous demeanor suddenly vanishes and he reverts to his awkward, alien self.
Saw us about the love confession stuff before. Too late now, but I'd have helped Corpse Girl in return for a simple date.
Seriously? Did I come up with some elaborate insight into his psyche and his desires for absolutely no reason? Was all he wanted was a chance to take me out?
No backing out now. We've got a deal, right?
Right. Welcome to the team, Kojiro.
Team Corpse Girl, huh? Well, it's good to be on board. My more connection, your schemes. We hoist piles of corpses out and split the stack 50-50. That the whole of it?
Where are we going to keep all the corpses? Do you have a large freezer or something? Do we have a walk-in freezer in our tiny apartment?
To put it simply, yeah. And I get your assistance with Corpse Girl's work. A reward for keeping my eyes shut.
Of course. Looking forward to that. A spoken contract's as good as anything to me. I'm satisfied. When do we start?
Soon. There's only one thing missing from my plan.
That is?
We need somewhere to store the bodies we retrieve.
Yeah,
Somewhere big, with no one to meddle in our business.
where they can stay cold and not, decompose and stink up the place.
I'm thinking an old warehouse or something like that.
A warehouse, huh? What about an abandoned factory? I might know a place.
A factory?
An abandoned factory for all our corpse collection. I like the sound of that. Yeah, me too. Sounds great. It's pretty late by the time I get back home. I'm completely wiped out. That conversation with Kojito took way more out of me than I would have guessed. My entire mouth feels parched and dry, probably due to a combination of nervousness and talking far too much. Still, I'm happy with the end result. That meeting was worth stepping out of my comfort zone for. I'll wait for Kojito to get back to me about the abandoned factory. Once we secure a location like that, our real work would begin. I figure that I should turn in for the night since I need to be in the office in the morning. But the ever-present tug of curiosity pulls at my sleeve and I feel myself being drawn to my laptop. I take a quick look for new requests, just a peek. Laptop open and logged in, I feel a surge of endorphins slug me across the face when I see the notification for one new request. Squealing like an overly excited schoolgirl, I open the message and view the details. Request details. Today, 6:02 PM local time. Victim's phone, downloading image attachment. Hahaha. The photo loads almost instantly and fills the screen. Katomi. A woman, middle-aged with a stern expression, well-groomed and dressed in business attire. And immediately familiar. Katomi Ida. I'm in complete disbelief. Seeing this request come through the site gives me a disorienting sense of deja vu. I rack my brain for the cause, wondering if I've lived this moment before. The answer hits me quickly despite my mind's exhaustion. Katomi Ida isn't the first co-worker of mine to have her death requested. Though I didn't know at the time Akane Tsurumaki also worked in my building, and her death was requested not all that long ago. Katomi Ida marks the second person to be wanted dead within my company, and she's an exec, just like Tsurumaki. I wonder if this is simply a coincidence. It surely has to be. After all, Tomoe confessed that she was the one to request Tsurumaki's death, and she seemed to regret doing so. Yeah, but this one was trying to take her man. I don't know, man. She could do it. Therefore, I have to doubt that she'd go on and upload Katomi Ida's photo to the site. So, who could want Katomi Ida dead? She isn't the most likable person, but who really is? She deals with the juniors on my floor on a regular basis. The juniors like me, Tomoe, Shinya. That's right, thanks to Katomi, Shinya's prospects at the company are dead in the dirt. And that's before even diving into the true issue, their current relationship. Would he request her death as retribution? He doesn't seem like the type, but I let out a sigh. I'm far too tired to run through the myriad possibilities tonight. I don't think I could even bring my weary fingers to navigate to the database of the deceased to start on this request. I'll tackle this tomorrow. No matter the reasons behind the request, Katomi Ida will receive a corpse photo. That's my conviction as corpse kill after all. I close the lid of my laptop and throw myself down onto the bed, begging for sleep to claim me quickly. I feel like that might be our downfall, you know? Because we've already been seen having an altercation with Katomi. And now she's gonna die? We're gonna be like a suspect and shit. If it's you know, sus. Anyway, we'll wrap this one up here, and in the next one, I guess we're going to attempt to kill Katomi. Although we've been striking out a bit recently, but who knows? Hopefully we'll get this one. Because she's a dick. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.